This Meditainment production is brought to you today by the Samurai Aquatics and Decor Metaventure. Scan that QR code or click that link in the description and dive yourself headfirst into the Samurai Aquatics Discord server to pleasure your peepers on our current and future range of outdoor decor.
The Whine and Cheese show is a Metaverse and NFT discussion and interview series brought to you by Metaverse Ventures Entertainment and host BEN68 and Morecheese. Warning: the information and opinions within are solely the views of the individuals involved and contains content not suitable for anyone.
G'day, and thanks for listening to or watching the Whine and Cheese in the Metaverses show podcast. I'm BEN68 here with my co-host Morecheese for episode 62, recording on Friday the 2nd of December for Cheese, which is Saturday the 3rd for me.
Today we talked about, of course, Upland, BMWs and FIAT. FIAT. Is it FIAT or FIAT?
I say Fiat. I think people say Fiat.
Sports in the Metaverse. NFL getting in bed with Fortnite. Animoca. Animoca's $1 billion Metaverse fund. Polygon getting involved in the Metaverse. Italy can court summons you with an NFT. Mamma mia.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia. Royalties enforcement. Mozilla acquiring Replica. Apple wants to tax your gas. No more tacos and beans. I love tacos and beans. I'll probably still eat them. EU gets their party. And they'll cry alone if they want to. You know that song? It's a party and a cry alone. All right.
Yes. Make sure you stick around for that one. It's a beauty.
It's really good. Markets hiccups while displaying awesome tech. And Meta platform 3 trillion by 2031. Yes,
it's some awesome stuff at the end of the show. So hang around. So yes, pull up your pants and flush that layer 1 whopper so that you can sit down and nom 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 on another super shitty episode of
the worst show ever.
Whine and Cheese. Time for Whine and Cheese. Whine and Cheese. Time for Whine and Cheese. Cheese. One is a wanker, one's slinging stunts. One's from Australia, one's from the Bronx. Talking about the Metaverse and NFTs. Interviewing all the real crypto G's.
Hello and welcome to the Whine and Cheese in the Metaverses show. This is episode 62. Scooby Dooby Doo. Where are you, Ben?
In my podcast studio. It smells like poo.
You're a poet and didn't know it. All right, so let's get this party started. What's going on, Ben? How you doing?
I gotta ask you, mate. I'm been so out of touch the last week. What's been going on? What's going on?
We don't have our little small talks anymore.
You're just talking about FIFA. What are you buying more packs to flip, or what are you doing?
Well, I'm only touching the 2K UpX ones, and then hoping I get a rare or something, and then sell that for USD.
So just flippage.
Yeah, flippage.
Did you play around with the flippage? Yeah. Did you play around with doing the collections, trying to boost your fan score and all that stuff?
No, I'm selling my stuff. So if anybody's out there that needs anything, look at my stuff and send me an offer. I'll put it in one of the stores for you and we could work something out.
Yeah, I'd like to sell mine. I just don't have time to even sit down and look at it at the moment.
Oh, look, you can see my cow chair print.
Yes, funny story. I had our class graduation last night and I recorded like a little interview with all the kids and, ask, what's your favorite thing about kindy this year? What are you looking forward to big school next year? What do you want to be when you grow up? And we always get some classic ones. One of the kids is like, I want to be a cow. Like, good on you, mate. Other one's like, I want to drink beer.
Oh,
it's hilarious.
Get him that non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's always hilarious.
I don't know if you're old like me, but have you seen that episode of The Honeymooners where Alice gets them this great, this unalcoholic wine, and him and Norton or whatever his name is are drinking it, and they're getting drunk because they think it's really alcohol.
No.
These two grown men. Oh my god, that was one of my favorite episodes. Oh my god.
Yeah, we used to do something similar at parties back in the high school days and just watch people pretend they're drunk. Yes, absolutely. What else is happening? You bought a car during the week? Well, you bought several cars. Have you been racing?
Yes. So I've been racing. It's actually weird because the races take a really long time to happen. You know, it's like six people have to come in, and I'll go in there, and it's always like the same 3 or 4 people, and we're always waiting for like 2 more people to come in.
That doesn't fill up with AI?
No.
Oh, that's dumb. Well, I guess
Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't know.
Once more cars get into more people's hands, it should improve a bit. But it's just, you know, the amount of people that I've seen on Twitter, like, yeah, I've got 12 cars now, or I've got 15
Race
cars.
them.
Yeah, but meanwhile, myself and, you know, hundreds of other people haven't even got one. Like I looked at the.
You don't even sign up anymore.
I did for this last one because I realized that normally the go live time for the sales is 2 a.m. But I wasn't going to get up at 2 a.m. and then have to get up at 3 a.m. for the UDU podcast.
No, I'm angry at you because, like, you told me explicitly, no, mate, I'm not going to wake up. And then, yeah, like, and then 3 freaking cars.
Right before I went to bed, I realized that because of the time zone difference, it's pushed an hour forward. So,
well, you could have got one of my cars.
Yeah, I'm
That's
very much.
Get. That's what you get for lying to the cheese. You get stutters.
No, I'm very pedantic. I've got no interest in buying secondary cars. None. Zero.
It's not really secondary if I'm not charging extra. No, it's not. Don't even.
If you buy a car from a real life car from the car yard, if you just drive it to your house and put it up for sale, it's a secondhand car.
You're crazy. You're crazy. I am crazy. Man. You're making up stuff. You're stubborn. You're a stubborn guy. Look at you. You're smiling. You know you are.
Oh, because I know I am. I'm 100% a stubborn, pedantic bastard. I know this. This is what I'm trying to put forward. I got no interest in buying secondary cars. The amount of DMs I got.
It's not secondary pricing. It's
pricing's not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, the pricing wouldn't be, but yeah. Yes, I feel like the mechanics should be such that I should have a chance to get a car, but I've been in every single drop and I've got a truck.
It's random.
I know it is, but
it's random.
Everybody
wants something. Everybody wants something, and you could have got one.
I could have. Yeah, I could have easily gone and bought 15 cars on the secondary market, but I've got zero interest in doing that. Absolute.
Oh my god,
zero.
Ben. You're driving me crazy. How about them turkeys? Full turkey chase. Are you doing the turkey chase? All you have to do is do a few. Wait, didn't that end, or did that end?
I don't know. I did a couple of treasure hunts, but it's like 500 UPX. I'm like, meh, it's not even worth. It's not even worth the time.
Oh, I got 1,000 UPX.
Yeah. Yes, I'd rather leave it for the newer people. 1,000 UPX to my account means nothing. I'd rather leave that to the newer people that are floating about.
Oh, but the more turkeys you catch, I think your name is on a thing where you can get something.
Oh, another RNG wheel. Yay.
Oh my god, Ben. Wow. You're really living up to the wine name.
I got no interest in that stuff. Zero. Yes.
Yeah, see, here you go. Rewards. There's a Block Explorers. They have the Full Turkey Block Explorer and the Football Turkey Block Explorer. You can win. The football one is so cute. He's got like a little football under his wing.
I
And
think
a
I might
little
have
helmet.
an OG turkey one, I think. Which reminds me, I need to sell my Block Explorer. So I've got way too many old ones. Yeah, I've got a Turkey 2020 Block Explorer.
Well, I mean,
Mint number 8 of 99.
what would you sell it for?
About 350.
$350?
Yeah,
Dollars?
350. Isn't that like a South Park episode? Yeah. Anyway. I don't know. I got no idea. I need to sell a whole bunch of stuff. I have been flipping the heck out of everything. And I mentioned on the UDU podcast that I went against my nature and bought a Manhattan property on the secondary market for UPEX, 80,000 UPEX.
Well, that's a nice price.
I put it for 40 USD, which was the floor, and it sold pretty much instantly. So
You're getting ready for your spark.
Yeah, I had a look again at Manhattan. It dropped down to about 75,000 UPEX, and I was going to buy that one. But then I had a look at Rutherford, like I mentioned in the UDU podcast, and Rutherford, I think I picked that up for 50,000 or 47, and the floor there's 35 US dollars. So the difference, the arbitrage difference is much narrower. So I had to go with that. So.
I don't know. Rutherford is pretty up and coming and popular. Like, I wouldn't sell out of it. I made the mistake of selling out of it.
Oh, I'm buying the UPEX floor to flip the USD floor. That's it. I couldn't give a toss about Rutherford. I've got my Park Ave collection or whatever it is there, and that's it. I flipped out of that ages ago when they were selling for 50,000 UPEX each or something. I was like, well, if you want to pay that much for it, have at it. So apparently there's a few whales over there just gobbling it all up. So if I can use that to my advantage, you bet your ass I will.
Bet your ass I will.
Because I was just thinking ahead yesterday to what we're going to do for the UDU podcast show, and I thought and we could do the same thing for the Whine and Cheese show, like for our Christmas show or whatever you want to call it. It'd be cool to do like a predictions for 1 year ahead in the future.
True.
So like the UDU podcast obviously will focus on Upland stuff specifically, but for this one we can do, crypto, NFTs, Metaverse. We can, look ahead to the future and then fast forward to this time the next year, and we can look back and see if we hit on anything. Maybe we can make a competition out of it ourselves, points for all the ones we get right or something.
They came up with a lot of good suggestions about what they want to see for the Christmas show. I think we should do all of them.
Yeah, we should be able to.
We do the Christmas carols, dressing up in Christmas, like the hat and stuff. You have to put the fan on or you'll die.
Well, it's weird. It's summer here now, but we had a couple of days where it was in the mid 30 degrees, but this week it snapped back to freezing cold, pissing down rain, freezing cold again. It's bizarre. I cannot believe I had to wear a jumper to work. Wearing a jumper to work 1st of December, summer, and I've got a jumper on. It was
You want to hear a
crazy.
fun fact? I was like, the word jumper, I didn't know what that meant until I saw Harry Potter. And then Ginny, the Weasley's sister, she was like, Mother, have you seen my jumper? And I'm like, what the fuck is a jumper? And I was like, what the fuck is this jumper thing? And I had to like look it up, and it's a fucking sweater. Why don't you just say a sweater?
Why would you call something a sweater? You put it on so you sweat.
Are you jumping in your sweater?
If you're sweating, why are you putting it on?
Why are you jumping in a sweater?
Because you're jumping outside to go and play.
Jumper. Have you seen my jumper?
It's not the first time we've raged over language. It won't be the last. Anyway, so I was thinking, for that kind of snapshot thing. Like at this time last year, I did that video, that Christmas video where I just reached chief executive status, 100. What is it? 100 million net worth or something.
Yeah.
And now I'm 150. So this year I've made 50 million UPEX through flippage. So that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
And
I think... go ahead.
was just going to say I'm on a rampage selling now, so it'll be interesting to see. You know, for that kind of prediction show, we can predict where a net worth's going to be. You know, this, that, and the other thing. We'll have to put a specific list of things we're going to predict.
True.
That could be fun.
I know when I first made my goal, I was at, I think, 25K, and I wanted to be 50. And now I'm at 47. I'm so close. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I'm not as flippy as you.
Well, we get some summer aquatic sales, and you will be.
Oh, true.
Get some of those out there. Speaking of which, we do have our Samurai Surfer reverse auction live at the moment. That is live. We're on day 2. The prices have dropped.
I was gonna say I keep buying worthless, overpriced properties in my node, so my my price isn't gonna go up.
Well, that's the, as we always say, node management ain't cheap. That's the role that you take on. Yeah,
as
pretty
Evan
much.
Smoke would say, the node laugh.
Yes. Yeah, I think there was a couple of times there I paid. Well, what did I do that last big buy at? I think I paid 700,000 UPEX each for 2 Midtown Terrace properties, and I think there was a couple on the floor at 500,000. So I spent close to 4 million on 5 properties, something like that, when I was buying up the last of the floor, because I realized I passed on too many of my own properties to UDU members, and I dipped below my 40% ownership level, and I was like, God damn it! Now I got to go and Yeah, I sold them to UDU members for whatever it was, 150K or something, and then I had to go and pay 700K to replace them. So, you know, just this week I got accused in DM of pumping neighborhood floors to sell and make profit. And I'm like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, mate. I don't sell UDU properties at a profit. So, madness. You wonder why I'm a whiny old bastard.
You really are. Like, my story became your story, and then I had to stop my story to listen to your story and your whine.
Yes. No, I reckon you'll hit, if you don't hit 50 million by the end of the year. What do we got? Another month? You could do it. 3 mil. What's your monthly divs? What are you, 250, something like that? Mine's dropped significantly because I've been on a selling rampage.
367,000 per month.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm back up to 100K. I get to 100K really easily. I get about like maybe close to 20K with divs and visits per day.
I've dropped down to 1.86 mil. I think I get like 60K a day or something like that. With visit fees, it's maybe 65. So
all my Samurai Aquatics profits went to the Bronxdale. I've got like 2 really huge freaking properties there, and
yeah, that was sweet.
Yeah, but no, I'm really happy about that. Like,
yes. Yeah, that's going to be set up really well. Yeah, all my profits from that first sale went straight to paying off the UCC contract, and that's it. I'm done. Midtown Terrace. I've built every single one of my 319 properties. So that was.
So how much are you built out?
It's over 80% now. Yes,
that's
80
fucking crazy.
I'm gonna have a look through the list. There's probably still another 5%. Like within the UDU, there's probably another 5% that we can build out, and then there's at least 10, maybe 12% that's just in the hands of people who've disappeared. So
hold on, I gotta show this.
It's a bit of a shame. Yeah, I can't. I try to get screenshots, but you just can't do it on the phone. Yeah, see that block on Panorama Ave there?
Panorama Ave.
Panorama Delbrook, up higher, up higher, up higher. Keep going to your left. Keep going to your left.
Here, Panorama Drive.
Yeah, no, you were on it. You keep moving it down. Now I can't see. Down. There's a
Yeah.
big block there of empty properties. Over to the right.
Oh,
Big
right
block.
there.
Yeah. So that's a UDU member who has disappeared. And Finsky and I checked their blockchain data. They haven't been active in the game for like ages. That's Bits. So Bits, if you're out there,
Come back, Bits.
put up some skeletons and I'll build them out for you.
We'll build
So
them out, Bits.
There's a bunch like that. There's T Davis has got a bunch. The Turbo, Green Turtle. There's a few people there that I need
good.
to.
I could talk to T
Yeah.
Davis.
Well, I just need to wait until I have some free Spark available, and once they put up a skeleton, I'll build them out. Like if you scroll down, Liquid Emoji has a bunch that he's building. Screws building a whole bunch. Yeah, they're all liquids. So I got to help out there too. But at the moment, I've got, of course, 10 of my Sparks in the factory cranking stuff out. 10 of my Spark is staked on a large factory in Fresno. So,
oh wow, this is cheap.
That's PGM. He's a UDU member, so I don't know what he's doing.
Well, it has a house on it.
Yeah.
So as long as it's built.
Yeah.
But
I did have actually one of our new UDU members reached out to me because he was going to pick up a property, and you know how we always said contact the node manager first. And I was like, once it's built, that frees everything up, so it doesn't really matter then.
That's nice. Like,
yeah,
if I had it, I'd probably just go broke buying that.
Well, that's the floor. I think there's 3 on the market for 500K. That one's built. The other 2 aren't built. And
yeah, that's built. Like that makes it even more.
Yeah, the other 2 are from an ex UDU member who's no longer active as well. So,
well, at least this is
speaking of ex UDU members, yes, 1 million up X. I wouldn't drop that.
Yeah, no, that's too much. If he put it at 500, he'd get a good sale.
Yeah, so no, we're getting to the limit of what we can do, and obviously we're just waiting to start decking it out with some more decor.
Look, mine are first of all built out. Look at this nice corner I got. Sorry, go ahead.
That's a good one. I was gonna say, yeah, we're just waiting on more information on neighborhood scores.
This is a good price right here if you got the cash.
Yeah, that's the USD floor, 260, and then I think it jumps to $1,000, something like that.
Well, we got T Stupid didn't build with TML build. We got to get T Stupid to build. Yeah,
there's a few people. Moose Master, he's the one who's ex UDU who's trying to flip his. There's a few there. That might be him as well, I think. I know Dizzy.
Yeah, I don't know who Dizzy is. Yeah.
So yes, it's all happening. Speaking of nodes, we did have a group of our friends and yourself put out a very cool thing this week. What was that all about, Cheese?
Me and a group of my friends.
Yeah. Portage Park.
Oh yeah. Oh God, you told me about this morning.
You're like, what's Portage Park dropping? I'm like, you're the fucking artist.
I'm one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought a pack. I found out about it this morning. I know Coop put something in the UDU, and you know me, I'm just kind of like chasing squirrels. I'm like, oh, what's he talking about? I didn't even like look into it, and then this morning you were telling me, and I'm like, what is that? And you're like, so I bought a pack. You bought some packs. I'm dying to see you open your packs, Ben.
I can attempt to, but you know what my laptop's like. We shall try. So this is the Portage Park project. This is their big drop that they've just done. They did have, there's builder packs, resident pack, and then there was another larger pack, but they were always sold out every time I looked. So let's have a look here, see if we can do it. So this is the resident pack. I believe this was it was like 100 and something wax. I forget the dollar value. What was it? Was it 10 or 15, something like that?
Oh, I think this was even.
Oh, this is the resident one, 5 NFTs.
Yeah, the one I got had 10 NFTs in it.
Yeah, that's the builder pack, I believe. I meant to click on that one first, but I Clicked on the wrong one. So yes. And you said you got a rare straight
I
up?
got a rare. I got 9 standards and 1 rare.
Yeah, and they're going to have a blend feature. So if you've got standards, I think you need 5 of the same standard. Oh, look at me. I've got
No,
an
actually, that happened.
exclusive.
Wow. Grats, Ben.
Oh, I got one of yours. That's cool. I got Showtime and Portage. That one's yours. So I've got 3 standard pillars. So I need 2 more of those, and I can blend that to try and get a rare one. And I've got a 6 corners of Portage. That was one of the ones I really wanted to get.
Someone watched me make that Portage in MBE video chat. I forgot who it was, but they watched me as I was doing the detail for that top pale piece.
Yep. I just need to get out of share.
I was arting last night for like hours in there with Biggs. He wanted me to do this all-seeing eye for him. I posted it in MVE gamers chat.
Oh, like a Illuminati thing.
Yeah, so I made him an Illuminati castle. And it came out pretty cool. I just want to put a little more details on it. Like I did with the Portage Park thing. Nice.
Now, it's weird to be hoping for 2 standards here, but I'm hoping I get 2 standards so I can blend them for free. Well, not for free, because I did obviously paid for the pack, but otherwise I'm going to have to buy 2 on the secondary. And they were quite expensive when I looked. Oh, yes, I've got 1. Yes.
I mean, we could also trade too.
Oh, look at this one. Who did that one? That one's cool. Portage's Home.
It is cool. That's the one I got a rare of.
Oh, sweet. And what did I get? All 2 limiteds. Oh, man.
Oh, what's a limited?
I don't know. It's better than a standard. So what have I got? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, look, I need 2 more of these so I can blend twice.
I don't even have that one.
I think I might have.
Oh wait, maybe. So how many quantity is in the limited?
This one, isn't it? Let me just scroll down.
The purple one.
Oh, I'll have to go to Atomic.
You have 2 limiteds. Wow.
You know what? Now I'm going to need 3 so I can blend them. Let me pull up my... Well, that's like when you said you had your monthly UPEX was 347,000 a month. My eye just starts twitching like, dude, you need to get that to 500. I'm a freak for those rounded numbers. So, yeah, let's have a look at my Atomic Hub. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
367, not 47.
8. For what? 367. Okay, sorry. Well, you're getting there. It's close to 500. Now, what did you want to see? The mint numbers on the limiteds.
Yeah, how many? What's the max spend?
57. I thought I just saw. Yeah, 57. Oh no, it says max unknown because they're still yet to open all the packs. So yeah, C4 design that one.
Cool.
Oh, that's cool. So yes, if you haven't checked that out, get on over and do so. Yep.
Click the one that you like, the home, Portage's Home. See who created that one.
That might be well, I don't want to guess because then I'll be wrong and then I'll feel bad. What did you say? That kind of sucks. I only got 1 of yours.
I think I only have.
Who did the pillars?
One of mine too.
Who did the pillars? Oh, I can't open in a new tab. That sucks. Portage on Wax.
Oh,
Tosshead.
You didn't check on
pillars.
No.
Yeah, I got squirreled.
Yeah, you did. But the pillars look really cool too. Good job, Tosshead.
Why can't I do open in a new tab? Come on. And yeah, you've got one of the DTEX Portage gates that you needed for the whitelisting? Yeah. Because I've got a spare one if somebody's listening and they don't have one. Sybaris. Oh, you know what? Is that Land for Land?
It's 2 artists.
Oh, main
Artist
design.
1, artist
Land for Land.
2.
Okay, because I was going to say that border looks very similar to my UCC contract borders.
Ah,
Special one. So I think that
Sybaris
might be
did the border,
Sybaris.
and then
I
Land
think
for
so.
Land did this.
I believe so.
It
And of
looks
course,
cool.
Does look cool. Now we got to find yours. Where's yours?
More cheese.
She didn't even know.
I mean, I thank you so much, Portage. Like anything that showcases my art, I am extremely appreciative of.
There it is there. Yes, so that's the cheesels. Main design, more cheese. Border, Sybaris as well. They put the border on, so that's cool. Yes, so
It's a
get
cool
yourself on
border.
over. I'll put a link in the description. Well, I'll endeavor to remember. If not, yeah, if you jump over to the Porky Park server, you'll be able to check it out and get yourself some. Yeah, there's going to be all sorts of features associated with that. So yeah, pretty cool stuff they got going on.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, speaking of cool stuff, now we did, well, I was going to say we did get into it, but I just kind of went on a whine about cars in the Metaverse, in the Upland Metaverse. There's some other big name brands getting into the whole car situation in the Metaverse. First up, we've got BMW.
Yeah, baby, that's what I drive. Well, I don't drive, but that's what my husband drives.
Sit in. BMW venturing into NFTs and the Metaverse. So this is, what have we had? We've had Ford, Renault, we've had a whole bunch of car companies, put these sort of things out that they're all dabbling. What have we got here? BMW has joined Ford and Hyundai by filing trademark applications related to Metaverse and NFTs. Yes. So I'm not going to do any of that. Its applications cover downloadable multimedia files containing artwork, text, audio, and video featuring vehicles, as well as downloadable computer programs featuring vehicles, toy vehicles, vehicle parts, and accessories. Ooh, that could be cool. These items are supposed to be used in extended virtual reality environments. Users could potentially simulate the operation of land vehicles with the help of their VR headsets or glasses.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Which metaverse? Which virtual reality environment, please?
I forget where I heard this. It was on one of the podcasts I listened to where they were speaking about how hilarious it is that people such as myself hate driving in the real world. Like my job is purposely 5 minutes from my house, mainly because I hate driving. I don't want to commute, but they will spend hours and hours of their free time doing flight simulators or truck simulators. There's people spending hours every day doing truck simulation games where they have to drive, pick up, cargo, drop it off to a certain place. It's just pretty funny.
A lot of my Finnish friends are really into that truck simulator, train simulator. My younger brother-in-law, Alexei, he did this flight simulator thing, and he flies over our little complex over here all the time. He used to send me a message, "Hey, I'm flying over," and I'm like, "What are you talking about? You're here in the States?" He's like, "No, I'm in my simulation plane."
Yeah, it's so funny. Like, that's literally a job. Like, you could go and be a truck driver and do that all day, but people just want to do it virtually, so it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
So
it's so funny. I keep calling him my little brother because when I met Solly, he was like 12 years old, but now he's like in his 20s, but he's still always my little brother.
For sure. Absolutely. So yeah, it says here, the German car giant has also trademarked its logo for online retail store service related to virtual vehicles, virtual vehicle parts, and various accessories. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. But that's not the only one.
But which virtual reality can you put these car parts in? And
I think.
Yeah. Or is it a secret? Is it Upland? Nah. That would be so cool.
I think a lot of these things are going to be used in-house. Like now, if you go to a car dealership and you want to buy this model, they have a kind of clunky Web 1 version where you can see what the paint looks like, you can see what the different wheels look like. I think this is just the next iteration of that.
No, but they said, oh, virtual art. These items are supposed to be used in extended virtual reality environments. User could potentially simulate the operation of land vehicles. Nah.
So you could go to the BMW website and you could put on your virtual reality headset and do a virtual reality experience. Like you could go in the showroom, you know. I don't think it has to be some external thing.
Like, wouldn't that be so cool though, if like you had a chance to build your own BMW part by part in Upland? BMW, are you listening? Can you please make this happen? I would like, and it's so expensive. You have to get the parts and then put it together in a car manufacturing meta venture.
I think Upland has so many loose ends they need to tie up first.
But they also have a lot of people with factories that need to do something with them.
Yes. So yes, BMW is not the only one. We also had, oh no, it's going to reload again. God, this is the bane of my existence. Fiat. So now you're talking about maybe some entry level prices. Fiat store now exists in Metaverse. Offers test drive on La Pista.
What's La Pista?
If you have too many beers at the pub, you have to drive home in your La Pista. I'm Pista.
La Prima by Broccoli.
Yes. Technology has taken us a long way. Metaverse, blah, 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 blah.
We're a mess.
Developed in collaboration with Touchcast and Microsoft, the Fiat Metaverse store promises a human-assisted, instantaneous, realistic, and stress-free process of buying a Fiat. There you go. That's what I just said.
That's whack.
I just said that.
That's whack.
I just said it.
It's whack, though. You said it. You're right. You owned it. You did good, but it's whack. What about for those of us who don't drive? Like, I want to drive in the metaverse. Like, I'm driving every day now with my new car. Thank you, Upland. But yeah.
Yes. And while Metaverse typically makes use of augmented and virtual realities, the Fiat Metaverse store doesn't need customers to use VR headsets, perfect, or other costly hardware. This was made possible by Touchcast Metaverse as a service built on the Microsoft Cloud. Whoa, that's cool.
Is it though?
It is, because I predicted it. Inside the Metaverse store, the product genius welcomes the customer and works with the customer to explore the car through 360-degree views. Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Oh, Bocelli, La Prima by Bocelli. You didn't even correct me. I said La Prima by Broccoli.
Oh, I thought that was the real one.
It looks like broccoli.
Bocelli is the only Fiat available in the Metaverse store. The company said this will extend to the entire 500 lineup by the end of the year. Early in 2023, the entire Fiat range and its products will be available. That's
boring. Cool. It's boring.
That's cool. Well, this is dumb. This is dumb.
That its product genius is available Monday to Friday, blah, blah, blah. Customers can continue the Metaverse experience to a physical one by going to the nearest physical dealership for a test drive.
Why would they limit it to like office hours?
I guess they have to have somebody there available to answer questions.
Inside the Metaverse store, the product genius welcomes the customer and works with customer to explore. That sounds like an AI thing.
I don't know.
Weird. Why would they limit that? That's just the only thing that seems weird.
Next.
Moving on.
Moving on.
I don't know what I've got up next, so I can't segue, and it's going to reload again.
You know, it's funny. I can, if ever you need to take a break, I can record like your favorite comments and just have like plushy Ben here.
Oh my god! You know.
Moving on. Fuck off.
I've got a story related to that.
What happened?
One of the other kindergartens that I worked at, there was the Christmas party one year, and I forget for whatever reason I couldn't attend. So all of the girls, they printed out and laminated like a cardboard cutout version of me, and they took me on the bus and took me out and went to all the nightclubs and the restaurants and everyone taking photos. But then they left me on the bus and forgot about me. So they're like, oh shit, we left you on the bus. So I don't know where I ended up, in landfill somewhere, or somebody's got me in their apartment.
Oh my God, on their nightstand.
Doing creepy stuff. Yes. So that's where my head goes to when I see something like that. Ah, yes, sports.
How in a metaverse the sports landscape will evolve.
Yes, here we go. FIFA,
baby. Is this gonna, what is this from? Gamesnews.com. Sports have the power to reach everybody everywhere. Over 3.6 billion people watched the FIFA World Cup in 2018, and the numbers are good for the record. Are you doing better in metaverses?
What?
I don't know. The way they wrote that was really weird. I
think some of these articles have been written by AI.
I think so.
And the numbers are good for the record. I think that means that this year we're going to break that record.
Ah.
Are you doing better in the metaverse? What does that mean?
Those figures indicate that sports metaverse will carry a valuation of $8 billion. Holy crap. By 2030. According to the report from Web3 Studio, a Web3 financial advisor and investment firm who consulted experts and developed the report on sports in the metaverse.
8 billion seems, we've got an article that we're going to touch on towards the end that mentions 3 trillion, I think.
What?
But I'll have to check the date. What does this say? I'll write this down. 8 billion
by 2030.
By 2030. All right, I'll note that down. And we'll see what it compares to. Yes, and the report painted an interesting landscape of places where digital technology can go from collecting non-fungible tokens to digital esports. Yeah, that's basically talking about functionality and utility and that sort of stuff. Sports metaverse will hit 80 million. Sports metaverse will hit $80 milliards.
Milliards.
Oh my God. It's entertaining just trying to read these articles.
Oh, bad. The report also found that consumers are increasingly interested in new ways to engage with their favorite sports and teams, as well as sports stars that arouse their positive attitude toward new forms of monetization.
This is GameNews.com. You think this would be...
Well, I just want to see if they say something about Upland.
The report also detailed the image of the sports metaverse landscape, which were taken on the market landscape below, and showed that new categories that emerge, NBA Top Shot, oh my God, the language in this, opened the craze around NFTs by selling fans a few moments. Yes, we know that. Generated $240 million in NFT sales in February. A new sport was born out of fans. Games and trading card collectibles rebuked the NFT market and gave corporations like Sorare a $37 billion price. The Web3 has a good-looking metascape. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
The virtual world, Decentraland, Sandbox.
Fuck Decentraland. Wait, we're partners with them, right? Sort of, kind of?
Through that Omega-3 partnership,
All
yes.
right. I guess not fuck you, but to hell with you for now. I want to hear about Upland.
Animoca is an investor in the Sandbox. Well, doesn't Animoca own the Sandbox?
I think so, yeah.
Algoblan, Roblox, blah, blah, blah. No mention of Upland. No mention of Upland at all in that.
Yeah, what the hell is that about?
Unfortunately.
Game News. You know why? I'm glad they didn't, because Game News is ghetto. To hell with them. Bastards. They probably live in a trailer park.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. I grew up in a trailer park. Well, not really, but kind of.
Not really, but
I think I've told you that story before. When I was a kid, I lived in a caravan right next to a zoo at my dad's work for a while my parents were saving up to buy a deposit for the house. So I went I went to bed every night listening to hyenas and chimpanzees and lions fighting and fucking and
Jesus
had all sorts of
Christ.
nightmares.
Jesus
All right.
Christ.
Speaking of sports in the metaverse, NFL continues metaverse exploration with NFL Zone Fortnite experience. So NFL True has partnered with Fortnite.
Whoa. That's
Doesn't
pretty
seem-
big. Like, what is this about now?
The NFL announced today the launch of NFL Zone, a multifaceted dynamic metaverse experience built in Fortnite Creative.
Wow.
There you go. NFL Zone is designed to engage existing fans while increasing fan discoverability through an NFL-inspired social hub for Fortnite players and NFL football fans alike. Through NFL Zone, the NFL will deepen its commitment to creating interactive fan experiences in the metaverse. I wonder, like we know that Upland has a partnership with the NFLPA, the NFL Players Association. I wonder if that partnership has resulted in the NFL True not being interested in partnering with Upland, like they don't want to step on their toes, or I wonder.
Well, I read before that the NFL didn't want to partner with anybody. They kind of wanted to try to do their own thing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, they say one thing and they do the complete opposite.
Exactly. Like, there's no way you can partner. Like, you have to partner in order to get, like, one. Yeah, like your sports. You're not Metaverse. Like, why not just partner with somebody?
Absolutely. And it says here, Fortnite has become one of the go-to destinations for audiences seeking immersive social experiences. Really? Isn't like Fortnite just run around shooting people?
It's
immersive
a
social
lot.
experiences?
Yeah, Fortnite is pretty big.
But it's not like Roblox where it's, community built games and
I think
interactive
it's bigger
things.
than Roblox.
Oh, definitely. Yep. Well, we haven't heard like Fortnite. We know Fortnite, and we use this as an analogy often. Like, imagine all of the people that have spent billions of dollars buying Fortnite skins. Have you heard of any talk that Fortnite's going to transfer to NFTs?
No, but I'm sure it's going to happen.
It's going to happen, eh? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Through developing a robust catalog of content with top gaming personalities and pairing it with a persistent presence in the metaverse, we'll be able to grow generational fandom off the field and enhance the connection audience have with the NFL football.
More than like, just I'm sorry. Another good reason why Fortnite would think to put their things into NFTs is those skins, they pass a lot of hands a lot of the time. And if the players could sell them, Fortnite would get the royalties every single time. So that's like double, like an extra profit.
So. I remember we talked about a few weeks ago how there's a few platforms trying to remove royalties. Trying to, well, there's a thing that we're going to touch on here next that's pushing in the opposite direction. So that's going to be a good segue to that. So yeah, I guess it's kind of interesting that, well, first of all, that the NFL is branching out and looking for partnerships. And yeah, it's also interesting that Fortnite as a gaming platform is becoming deeply embedded in the space as well. So I don't know, I'm not going to touch on that too much more. We're just going to crash through these. And I forgot to save them, so I can't close them. So silly me. All right, speaking of Animoca creates billion-dollar metaverse fund for developers. So yes, that's one company investing $1 billion. So what did we say? 8 billion by 2030. I think that's a very low ball figure.
Yeah, wow.
So the GameFi champion and metaverse developer Animoca Brands has $1 billion fund in its plans, according to a report from Nikkei Asia. Animoca Brands co-founder Old Mate said in an interview that the fund could potentially have up to $2 billion to allot to mid to late stage startups with a metaverse focus.
Ooh.
The fund and the exact amount available to developers has yet to be finalized.
Now,
continue reading on 2012. Yep.
Is this just Animoca spreading their eggs out? It's not basically giving to ones that they already have. It's new companies coming in.
we talked about this previously. Remember, we looked at the list of companies that Animoca is like, it's crazy how many. Obviously, I think at the time we talked about how not all of those companies will survive. And it's about planting seeds everywhere and, you know, hoping one or two of them pop off and go big.
They're smart. Yeah, they're smart.
Oh, for sure. You only need one Fortnite as a reference to pop off, and, you know, you're talking tens of billions in return. So, yes, according to the interview with Sue, there will be no geographical restrictions for those to receive funding, and the primary focus will be everything on digital properties rights. He also said the funds are intended to speak to a more mature developmental atmosphere in the Web3 metaverse space, which allows investors to pursue capital efficiency and optimize returns. That's some fancy words there, Cheese. Can you decode those words for me?
Say it again. Where is it?
The funds will be focused on equity optimization.
How much they can get back from it, like back from their investment.
Yep. Oh, there we go. Look, yeah, Animoca is a majority shareholder in one of the leading metaverse platforms, the Sandbox.
Sandbox,
NFT games are only scratching the surface of what's possible, says Animoca.
Is Sandbox really a game? Like, you can walk around and buy burgers, and what do you do in the Sandbox?
I don't know. I've only played around in Decentraland. Every time I've looked at Sandbox, it just looks like a giant advertising screen.
Yeah. People go to Upland. Upland is better. You could like drive cars and race, have a meta adventure.
Oh.
Along with investment, there are many projects in the works for efficient tools that will make metaverse design more accessible to developers.
So that speaks to, you know, what do they call it? Web3 and all that sort of stuff. Layer 2. Yada yada yada.
You sounded like a monkey. You were like, ooh.
Yes.
I don't
Careful,
like how they don't
throw my poo at you.
I just don't like how they're not mentioning Upland.
I know you get triggered by that.
I do. Like, what the hell? What do we have? What do they have to do?
Probably tie up some loose ends.
Yeah.
Waka. All right, moving on. Now, this one, I just put this in here because I did buy myself a nice little bag of Polygon. So I'll just see what Polygon's up to. Flipkart, Polygon partner to speed up Web3 and Metaverse e-commerce use cases. So what the hell's Flipkart?
I don't know.
E-commerce unicorn. Remind me, what's a unicorn in a business again? What does unicorn mean?
Something that doesn't exist. I have no idea.
It means something specific. Somebody's clawing their face listening. Yeah. E-commerce unicorn Flipkart and Web3 platform Polygon have entered a strategic partnership to set up a blockchain e-commerce center of excellence that will work on research and development of Web3 and Metaverse commerce use cases in India. Oh, that's a big market. With the COE, we look forward to working with them and leveraging their expertise. Blah, 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 blah. Where is the part where they pump my bags? We are delighted to partner with Polygon, a company at the forefront of blockchain innovation nationally and internationally. Cool. Aiming to accelerate Web3 adoption in India. Now, this is one of those things where we talked about how, you know, India is a massive market where even if you want to say the underdeveloped areas, the many people in those areas, they have a mobile phone. They're able to engage in these kind of things. So, you know, making little economies, being able to buy and sell. Imagine like somebody in a very low socioeconomic area in India, but they can buy and sell things for USD. It could potentially be a massive game changer.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is pretty cool. Polygon's mission is to bring the next billion users to Web3. Billion users, yep. And this partnership will pioneer research and development at the intersection of Web3 and experiential retail, which will advance adoption and impact in India and across the world. Yeah, that's cool. This is the sort of stuff that I want to see. Since then, Flipkart launched Firedrops, an NFT platform. Oh, another NFT platform, Cheese, just what you want. Blah 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 blah. So I'm not going to go
Fire
into that.
drops.
What did you find?
The NFT platform is called Fire Drops. It sounds a
Ooh.
little bit tacky. Fire
drops.
drops.
I don't know. How do you think that's going to play out?
I think it's gonna be good for the individuals who have the know-how and have the kind of tenacity to go for it, even in countries where they wouldn't have been able to have that not have that opportunity to. So it'll be interesting to see. Like it's cool to see, you know, people from all around the world, you know, making a name for themselves through NFTs and Web3 and the Metaverse. What's that?
Absolutely.
Why are they called
was-
unicorn companies? Due to the rarity of a company reaching $1 billion valuation, they are named after the rare and mythical creature. All right.
So a company, if they have $1 billion valuation, they're referred to as a unicorn. I had to do that, otherwise that was going to bug the shit out of me. The entire rest of the show. Now, where are we? I've skipped ahead. Yes. This is interesting. Now, this is something else that we've been talking about for the entirety of this show, where NFTs are not going to be just collector cards. They're going to be used for bureaucracy and, you know, the boring stuff. Here we've got
now,
cheese.
Court summons, isn't that a thing that you have to be handed in real life?
Yep.
Now, you could receive it in your wallet and you wow.
So how are they going to, the wallet would have to be KYC'd, right? Otherwise, how else are they going to know who's got what?
Yeah, basically. Wow.
Yes.
That's bad. I don't like this.
Let's see what it says. So yeah, NFTs are now being used for issuing court summons.
This is just another reason for people to hate the KYC. And it's annoying. Like the
First NFT court summon in Italy. A former employee and a contractor have received court summons from RBB Lab, a technological development company based in San Marino, using an NFT.
wow. Italy,
Blah, blah, blah.
why?
The company had called the two people to appear before the Italian judiciary on charges of aggravated defamation. Whoa. Of the company and attempted extortion. He explained that someone was done to warn the two against defaming the company. Wow. An NFT is being utilized for the first time in Italy to deliver a summon to court. Future changes to Italy's legal system may result if this technology gains traction.
I hope it doesn't.
Yeah, according to the RBB team, serving summons using the blockchain is faster than the conventional method, which can take weeks. Yeah, duh. It's literally find the address and press send. According to old mate, the goal is to streamline the process and make it more efficient. Now, how are they going to, like, say you're in trouble and okay, cheese, they're going to send you your court summons to your Wax wallet. Is there any way that they can check, you know, like if you get a registered mail, if I send you a letter registered mail, when you receive it, yeah. How can they prove that you've seen that?
There is no way.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like them like assuming since it's in your wallet, you must have seen it.
Yes, that's going to be a bit tricky, isn't it? As a technology company, we want to push barriers in everything we do. This is an example where technology can facilitate and also improve a system that has been slow to adapt. Our goal is to find opportunities to improve our lives using technology.
I don't like it.
Yeah, well, recently, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say a really stupid joke. I was going to say I thought it was tricky to rock a rhyme, but this is trickier. Go ahead.
Yes. Recently, we had to get the children's there. We had to renew their Australian passports, and my God, the paperwork involved such a pain in the ass.
All right, but that's a positive thing. Something like this. Yeah. Something. All right, so that's apples to oranges, Ben. I am all for something like that, but something like this is what people hide from. They don't want their information out there, and it's hard enough to get them the KYC for something like small in Upland. If they, something like this is, this is why I don't KYC.
Yeah. I guess I was speaking more to this kind of sentence here where it says, technology can facilitate and also improve a system that has been slow to adapt.
Yeah, but that's not...
they're always going to use that for like fuckery purposes as well. You can't get the juice without the squeeze, as we say. I don't think we're going to touch on any more of that. Blah, 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 blah. So, yes.
Yeah, this article made me angry.
All right. Well, this one might make you angry too, because I don't know. Oh, no, this one's going to make you happy.
All right.
So I just said before that we talked a few shows ago how some platforms were trying to remove royalties for NFTs and how it was becoming a race to the bottom as far as percentage royalties go. Well, apparently, royalties are no longer optional as Magic Eden launches an NFT tool to enforce them.
Ooh.
Round of applause. Round of applause.
Now, how do they do this?
NFT creator royalties debate continues this month after stirring heated discussion with the crypto community in the past few months. Yes, Magic Eden has reconsidered its initial stance and launched an NFT tool to enforce royalties on Solana NFTs. Yeah, I think that was where the race to the bottom was. On December 1, Magic Eden, the most popular marketplace for Solana NFTs, announced plans to launch the new Open Creator Protocol, which the marketplace says will enforce creators' royalties on Solana NFTs. So maybe they're going to enforce like minimums or something like that. There you go. Take it away.
Oh, God, that whole big thing. Jesus.
I don't know. Something from there.
Our NFT creators' royalties vital. The NFT creator royalties are fees paid by the seller on NFT trades. In many digital asset marketplaces, the royalties range from 5 to 10% of the sales price, with the collected funds moving to a digital wallet controlled by the creators of the NFT. In the past few months, the NFT creator royalties have suffered flesh threats in the NFT space, with even some marketplaces holding significant shares, making them optional or entirely stopping requiring traders to pay for these. Now, I don't want to ever say anything bad about my beloved Upland, but isn't this something that we asked them about in regards to creation of decor and previous building decorations for events and royalties, and why aren't they there, yada yada?
Oh yes, well, you're the cheese and I'm the wine, so that's why we created the show, so I can unleash. Yes, I asked multiple times, not just myself, several other people have asked, what about royalties for these NFTs that we are creating? The NFTs, we are submitting them, they are being improved, and then we are selling them, but there is no mechanism in place within Upland for royalties, which is, it's not cool. Basically, the only opportunity we have to make money on our NFTs is in the primary sales. All of the fees, all of the revenue that's generated in transactions in the secondary sales all goes to Upland, which is not cool. I hope it's something that they're going to look at and reconsider, because if Upland is to push to a wider, mainstream audience, it's one of the questions that NFT creators are going to ask. Why is there no royalties here?
Yeah.
And why would somebody, we're the cart before the horse. We were in Upland before this was a thing. So, we're just along for the ride. But if you're an NFT creator coming into the space and you see, okay, well, there's no royalties at all here, you're going to think, well, I'm not going to waste my time in this thing. I'll go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's not cool.
I wonder if Decentraland has something like that, because I know you can build within there, right? Like, I don't know. We'll see.
Yes, but yeah, hopefully this is a push back in that direction, because yeah, it did. That other article we talked on, it was looking quite scary, where it was a race to the bottom, where people, they want to make sales, so they reduce their percentage. Maybe you can speak to how you were grandfathered in with your wax sales because you were an early adopter as a whitelister.
Yeah, I have the 10%. And I see that a lot of people aren't able to do that anymore. I think 6 or 8 is the highest, maybe just 6. But yeah.
And is there a minimum there?
I think you could put it to 0.
I think you can within Upland too, with the sales fees. No, I can put the fees up. I don't think it can go below 5% or something. Let me check that out.
In regards to what?
To selling the decor.
What fees?
I wish I could share screen, but I can't because I can't do it on there. So if I'm clicking on the Samurai Aquatics showroom now, if I click on settings, I can click on store settings and default commission, your share of commission charged to sellers. Yeah, so that's essentially the 5% fee. So I can reduce that to 0 by the looks of it. I'm not sure.
But what is that about even? Your share of commission? What does that even mean?
It's related to like the fee. You know how if I list something for 1 million UPEX, then what the buyer sees is 1 million plus the 5% put on top. So it's something to do with that.
Oh, don't change that. No, don't change that, Ben. They're paying.
Oh, I'm just playing with it.
Don't play with it.
Yeah, I'm not going to press save.
All right.
I wonder if I can put 900. 10. 10 is the max that you can go. Interesting.
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah,
that's
I'm not 100%
weird.
sure. Yeah, it's strange. So there's definitely no clarity at all. Every time I've raised the question about royalties and that sort of stuff, I think that at best I've got is an eyeball emoji on the post. There's been no real two-way communication about it, if it's a thing that's in development or being considered. So it's a bit of a sucky situation, but yes. But hopefully the sector as a whole starts pushing back against that, because that was the whole thing about, if you're an NFT creator as an artist, the whole thing is the royalties as an ongoing source of revenue, passive revenue stream. So, which you yourself can speak to with the Porky Park drop that we spoke about at the front of the show.
Yeah, I didn't expect. See, all right, but when I sell, this is how awesome Portage Park is, by the way. They had a contest or an event. I'm not sure if it was a contest, and you put in your art and they would make the NFTs out of the ones they liked. And mine was picked, and I won a very nice amount of UPEX for it. Not UPEX. Was it UPEX? Wax for it. And I was satisfied with that, and then they put out their dropped yesterday and today, and I got royalties on it. I got like a percentage, not even royalties, a percentage, which is great.
Yep.
And I didn't expect that, and it was a very nice surprise. So just kind of know who you're dealing with when you sell your art. Make sure that they're fair, that they're well known, and I was taken back by how generous they were.
Yeah, I'm sure there would have been transparency there. It's just that you've got so many other things going on that it's slipped off your radar or whatever. But I'm sure they would have been very transparent up front with how that was all going to play out. They're a very good team, the old Porky Park team. So
yeah, I was pleasantly surprised.
Yes.
Pleasantly.
All right, let's see what else we got now. I pulled this one up briefly before we kicked record, and you're like, "Oh, what's that?" So I actually don't have a clue what this is. So let's dive in and find out. Something involving faces.
Oh yeah, it looks so weird, creepy, and awesome. I guess they take a 3D replica of your face and they put it in the game or the metaverse.
Yeah, so we've got
your avatar.
Mozilla acquires Active Replica which is a company to build on its metaverse vision.
Is it Mozilla Firefox?
I would assume so, yep. And I didn't even know that they were all up in the metaverse space. So
All up in the
an automated status updater for Slack isn't the only thing Mozilla acquired this week. On Wednesday, the company announced that it snatched up Active Replica, a Vancouver-based startup developing a web-based metaverse.
Wow.
According to Mozilla, Active Replica will support Mozilla's ongoing work with Hubs, the latest VR chat room service and open source project. Specifically, he sees the Active Replica team working on personalized subscription tiers, improving the onboarding experience, and introducing new interactive capabilities in Hubs. That smells a little bit meta.
Yeah.
Like that whole meta workspace thing. Together, we see this as a key opportunity to bring even more innovation and creativity to Hubs than we could alone.
Well, see, this goes back to when we were talking about the meta. Like he's gonna start concentrating on business stuff, which but he's late to that too. Like he should have started on that from the get-go if that's what he wanted to do.
Yes.
Now so he has competition.
Absolutely. What do we got here? Active Replica was founded in 2020 as a software engineer, Active Replica sought to build a platform for virtual environments and meetings built on top of Mozilla's Hubs project. Yeah, there you go. Active Replica sold virtual event packages that included venue design, event planning, live entertainment, and tech support. Interesting. Prior to the acquisition, Active Replica hadn't publicly announced outside funding.
Wait a second. All right, hold on. That thing you just wait, Ben. Come on, you always do this to me.
Yep.
Sought to build a platform for virtual events and meetings built on top of the activist sold virtual event packages that include venue design, event planning, live entertainment, and tech support. That could be the next Waffles Kitty thing, Digicon.
Oh, Digicon, yes. There you go. This is kind of a bit greasy, maybe. These two blokes have assumed new jobs at Mozilla within the past several weeks, now working as senior engineer, manager, and project lead. So Mozilla acquired the company, and I guess that makes sense. They onboarded the two main leaders of the company as well. Interesting. Mozilla launched Hubs in 2018, really? Which it pitched at the time as an experiment in immersive social experiences. Hubs provides the dev tools and infrastructure necessary to allow users to visit a portal through any browser and collaborate with others in a VR environment. Yeah, well, that does sound like Digicon. Yeah. Adhering to web standards, which is important. Yep, Hubs supports all the usual headsets and goggles while remaining open to those without specialized VR hardware. Yeah, that does sound exceptionally Digicon related. What was Digicon utilizing some back-end software like this? How was that set up? Do you know?
I know that you need a sponsor, and that one game that I keep forgetting the name of would always sponsor it, but the last one was the last time they sponsored it. So I guess they just need a new sponsor. Splinterlands,
yeah. I wonder what the core functionality of that whole system was built on then. Like maybe it was something like Hubs. Interesting. Maybe we'll have to check that out. Yeah. Yada yada yada. So yeah, I think that's what your point, where this is setting up to be an active rival to Meta, is very interesting.
Yeah.
I don't like this last bit though. Subscription services. I don't really.
Yeah, but they have. It's like, they have to make, and I don't know if that that subscription service is for everyone or for people who are just kind of like renting it for events.
Oh yeah, like the hosts or whatever.
Yeah, like we pay for Zoom but the
Yep.
people who come on here, they don't need to, sort of thing.
Good point. You so smart.
I try.
I so dumb. Oh, now this next one, I've got three articles. It's all the same thing. Did you catch wind of this? This was hilarious. Well, hilarious. I say hilarious, but it's kind of massive news, really, if it's ever going to load.
Coinbase and Apple disagree over NFT fart fees on iOS wallets.
Yes, so there was that. Oh my God, it's gonna all load. Apple blocked the Coinbase wallet update because it wanted to earn fees from NFT transmission fees. So
wow.
Coinbase and Apple are at war over the whole. Yeah, here we go. Coinbase defies Apple's 30% tax and disables NFT transfers on the iOS app.
Good for
so
you.
they're at war.
Nice. Well, I mean, I know who I'm siding with.
Yeah, so I think we might dive into just this one, but there's a whole bunch of articles like this going out at the moment. So yes. Wow. Unfortunately, things are not moving as anticipated for Apple, and it has received heated backlash from the crypto community. Coinbase, a crypto exchange and digital collectibles marketplace, is leading the defectors, describing the move as impossible. In a December 1 blog post, the crypto exchange expressed its disgruntlement with the imposed 30% tax on Apple stores. And this is, maybe we can relate this to Upland somehow. Like many of the sales that happen with Upland cannot be done within the iOS app. They have to be done via logging in. I have to log in via Safari on mobile. And I would assume that it's because of this reason as well. So yeah, what if Coinbase said here in a tweet? They've said, you might have noticed you can't send NFTs on Coinbase Wallet iOS anymore. This is because Apple blocked our last app release until we disable the feature. Apple's claim is that gas fees required to send NFTs need to be paid through their in-app purchase system so that they can collect 30% of the gas fee. Greasy bastards.
Very.
Greasy. So they want to tax the tax, basically.
Wow. They want to tax the gas.
Tax the gas, yes. According to Coinbase, Apple wants to drain a 30% fee on any transaction fees paid on NFT transfers.
Jeez.
For anyone who understands how NFTs and crypto works, this fee is completely impossible and unbearable, especially amid the ongoing general bear market. Yeah, I mean, gas fees are already freaking outrageous when you're talking about Ethereum NFTs and whatnot. More crypto firms condemn Apple's tax move. Ryan Wyatt, the former YouTube executive and CEO of Polygon Studios, supports Coinbase, describing Apple's 30% tax as criminal.
It is.
Wyatt believes Apple's tax will forever hold back technological progress due to its monopoly over the industry. Yet, what did we talk about last week? I think it was. Apple is advertising a whole bunch of Metaverse Web3 positions. So are they deliberately doing this because they're going to set up their own thing anyway?
Well, people have to see this and decide on where their loyalties lie.
Yep. Austin Federer, the head of communications at Solana, has also shared his disgruntlement on Apple's 30% tax move. In quotes, today it was Apple, but tomorrow it could be Google. We need a third option, end quote.
Yes. Agree.
Mm-hmm.
Agree.
And then we have, yes, Solana is releasing a mobile phone, if you didn't see that as well.
I didn't. Oh my God.
So perhaps Solana is setting itself up as the third option. That could be cool. Pump my bags.
Well, the price is right. Oh my God. Like, it's half of what I bought it at. So maybe I'll pump some too.
Yeah, the next UDU podcast, there's a few extra cryptos that I've marked as green because I've hit my bag target. So Solana's one of them. So nice. Yes, so that's interesting. Coinbase has condemned Apple, citing that it has introduced new policies to protect its profits at the expense of consumer investment in NFTs and developer innovation across the crypto ecosystem. Nonetheless, Coinbase believes this decision is simply for an oversight, hoping that Apple might review its decision.
It's giving Apple a chance. It's giving Apple a chance to do the right thing.
They certainly are. The crypto exchange believes Apple's strict NFT fee policy will make mainstream adoption of NFTs more difficult amid the bear market. Yes, well, you're right. Yeah, they've thrown Apple the ball and said, "Here you go. What are you going to do with it?" Good on them. So that was when I read that. I think I read it last night or the night before. I was like, "Oh, that's huge." Interesting. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of articles there if you want to dive into that more. Just do a bit of clicking around and you'll be able to dive in yourself. This next one, we've got a few funny ones to end up on. This one I chuckled when I read this headline. This is hilarious. Take it away, Cheese.
The EU, ew, I'm sorry. The EU threw a gala launch party for its 387,000 euro metaverse. And just 6 All right, so I don't see these articles that then finds, and vice versa. If I find the article, he doesn't see it until we launch the show. Holy crap. Where's the gala? Not sure. Wondering myself. I thought it was at the beach. The concert is just the same DJ spinning the same music. Is anybody out there?
Oh. And 6 of those people were probably two of them at least were probably mods.
Yeah.
This is what it's like every time I go in Decentraland. Like we've had like those Sexpo things and various things, and I go in there and it's just a ghost town. There's nobody there. So
oh my god, like where's the advertising for this? Like,
yeah, imagine you organized a party and no one came. It's every host nightmare. Perhaps even more so when you've spent nearly 400,000 euros on the venue.
Jesus.
Earlier. Well, I kind of stopped that ad. Earlier this week, the European Commission's Foreign Aid Development hosted a party in the Metaverse to try and raise awareness among younger audiences about the work they do. According to reports, just 6 people made a digital appearance at the event.
God.
Wow. I mean, we laugh, but it's also bad because the European Commission or whoever it is that set this up, they're not going to be in a hurry to do this again, which is a shame.
But the thing is, it's on them to make sure that this information goes out, that they advertise it. I haven't seen this. Like, there's so many platforms, Google, Twitter, Facebook. Like, Elon needs the money to advertise. Give him some money.
Yeah. It has spent £387,000 on its Metaverse platform designed to promote the EU's Global Gateway Initiative. Yeah. So they've built their own platform?
All they needed to do was get some influencers. I mean, that's what they do. They influence, right? Get like YouTubers, like tweeters, freaking Instagrammers. It's so easy. You don't spend that much money and not advertise.
Take that away.
One attendee did show up at what was billed as a gala event was journalist Vince Chadwick. After initial being used chats with the roughly 5 other humans who showed up, I am alone.
Oh, Wilson!
I love it. I'm alone.
Save me, Wilson. Wow. Yeah, that's... The concept behind the event was simple enough to educate young people about the block and draw them into a space where they could learn more about what the EU does. A spokesperson for the Commission told global media platform Devex that the goal was to increase awareness of what the UE does on the world stage amongst 18 to 35-year-olds found primarily on TikTok and Instagram, who are neutral about the EU and not typically exposed to such information.
What did they
Advertised as a
advertise?
24-hour beach party with a tropical island backdrop, Chadwick reported that upon arrival, just 5 other guests were present.
All right, so it says advertised as a 24-hour beach party. Where was this advertised?
Oof, I don't know. Maybe it says it. No, it doesn't say. Not long into the party, after a few words were exchanged, guests started to peel off, leaving Chadwick as the last avatar standing.
Wow. Like, what? And why does it even cost that much money?
Well, it said their own metaverse platform. So if they've built a metaverse platform for 300 something thousand euros, that seems pretty cheap. But why would you build a platform yourself?
Yeah, you can just rent one.
Like we just said with the hub or whatever. Yeah.
$20 a month.
That's wow. But well,
some people just don't know how to spend their money. They don't know how to like.
Well, maybe it's some kind of tax rort or something. Who knows? Who knows how these things work? Maybe the EU, whoever set this up, they signed the contract for this to set this up with their friend. And they did all the work. Who knows?
We'll see. I mean, I don't know. It looks cool, but I would have went if I knew about it. Yes,
all right. If you like that one, you're probably going to like this one too, although you did get a sneaky peek before.
I got a sneaky
when I was setting it up.
Mark Zuckerberg tries to explain why the metaverse is great, and he gets attack of the hiccups.
He gets attack of the hiccups instead, and the subheading is, this is, well, something.
That is awesome. Oh my God. I wish I could hear it.
While trying to explain the pros of the metaverse in an interview that took place with said metaverse, Meta, formerly Facebook CEO, Zuckerberg, ran into a few hiccups, literally. In the interview with the New York Times, both Zuckerberg's real self and his virtual avatar struggled against hiccups, as he explained to Andrew Ross Sorkin, the founder of Papers Dealbrook newsletter and conference, why the metaverse could be a boon for the business world. In quotes,
oh my God, they have a thing there.
Oh, I got to click on this. Sorry, the Facebook founder admitted, I have the hiccups. I just pounded my lunch really quickly before getting in here.
That sounds sexual.
Yes, note to the listeners out there, please don't pound your lunch. Here we go. So if you're listening on the Spotify, you'll have to see. You can't hear that, can you?
Oh, no, I can.
Yeah, so
we'll have to click the link afterwards.
We'll have to click the link.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious.
So we go. So, well, that's kind of cool, huh? Let's just go back there. So that speaks to the functionality he's talking about. Like you can see Zuckerberg is wearing the virtual reality headset and his avatar is, the facial expressions, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, they're all moving, which is kind of cool.
That looks like a judgmental face though he has right there.
Yeah, like looking down.
Yeah, like a little judgmental bunny.
I have to... That looks really cool, actually. I don't know. That's the interviewer avatar is speaking. Mark's facing and looking at him. Oh, that looks pretty cool to me.
Yeah.
Even when he laughed then. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was freaky.
I think that was cool. Like he does have resting bitch face like his avatar.
He does.
But when he laughs in real life, his avatar, it's a noticeable change. I mean, it is a creepy laugh. Look, even his arms moved.
Well, that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to build the technology. He doesn't have the legs yet, but I think he does have the arms.
Here we go with the hiccups.
Wow, look at his hands. Look how his
This is awesome, Cheese. This is awesome. But yeah, this is the part where he hiccups.
You could see it. You could see him hiccuping.
That translated across.
There goes another one. I can't hear it, but I could see him hiccup. Look at his mouth.
Yeah.
That is really cool. Look
He
at
just puffed out his cheeks.
Wow.
Now they're pounding each other in the metaverse.
No.
This,
Be careful, Ben.
I don't know, Cheese. That looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, that does look awesome. That does look
That
awesome.
looks really cool.
Yeah. Are you friends
Yep.
with him now? Are you back to Zuck the cuck?
Gosh,
Are
yes,
you a
I think I
cuck?
might have to be.
You're a cuck for Zuck again?
I just think, like, you compare that, like the avatars, and, you know, we've been reading about all of this stuff, how it's going to be a lot more interactive and expressive. You read about it, but to see it live like that, that's...
Yeah.
Like, he was puffing his cheeks out and his avatar was doing it. All of
And
his
you could see
eye expressions.
the arms movement.
Yep.
It did exactly what he was doing with his arms.
I think that's fucking epic.
Yeah. I mean, we read about this before, Ben. He wants to do the same thing with the legs, but
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. Reading about it is one thing. You can tell people about it, but to actually see it with your own eyes like that, that's...
yeah,
So, yeah.
it was pretty epic.
Yeah, so if you are listening on the Spotify, yeah, do yourself a favor, click on that link and check it out, because that's... Fuck, that's cool. That's...
I could see like your passion for him coming back in your eyes. Like you're really taken by this.
Don't fucking turn that up too much. It's more the tech. The tech is what's
You're the
getting me
one that
excited.
said you were a cuck for Zuck.
Yeah.
I'm just going based off of what you said before.
I gotta say that the tech that's on display there, I've seen nothing like that. Like, you look how clunky some of the other things are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was good. Like, and like I was saying before, like if he was able to get the leg movement without having to wear anything, that's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Imagine, like, you're a gamer. Imagine that level of, you know, expression and all that sort of
Yeah.
stuff in your gaming virtual worlds. Like, you gotta add some augmented reality aspects to it and haptic feedback gloves. Holy shit.
Yeah, you could feel the pound. You can actually feel the pound. That
My
would be
God.
so cool.
Yes, not safe for work. Do your own research. Yes. No, that
Or
looks epic.
if you're wearing the kissing ones, you can actually get on your knees and kiss the feet. You thought I was going to say something else, didn't you?
No, I was ignoring you and moving on. Yes. So yeah, I think there's one last thing to wrap up on, which we talked about earlier. That, what did we say? The expectation was 8 billion by 2030. So we've got one more article here. This one says Meta platform says Metaverse could contribute over 3 trillion to global GDP by 2031. Well, 2031 must be one hell of a year.
I know. Within
Fucking
1
hell.
year, you go from 80 billion to 3 trillion.
8 billion to 3 trillion. Imagine the green candle on that chart. Oh boy.
To the moon.
Well, I mean, this goes back to what we talked about at the start of the show. Like, I want to do like a prediction for our last one for this year and then predict ahead to next year. If the Meta platform is at that level now, and we know that Mark Zuckerberg and the Meta team are spending, you know, billions investing in this tech, shit, where's that tech going to be in a full year? Pretty crazy shit to think about. So
That is crazy.
am I a fan? Shit, I might even go and buy myself some stock in the old Meta Facebook. Do your own research, not financial advice. Yes. In a press release Friday, Meta Platforms Inc. said the Metaverse offers a promising new arena of economic opportunity and could contribute more than 3 trillion to global GDP by 2031. Early estimates indicate that the economic contribution of the global Metaverse, so it's the same thing. Meta pointed to places such as Dubai. We've mentioned that in last week's show. Seoul, we've talked about that before. Taiwan, yep. They're all spending billions upon billions as areas advancing plans to take advantage of the metaverse emergence. Yep, for sure. Meta also mentioned more opportunities for creators to make new forms of art and entertainment. Absolutely. I don't know, Cheese. This has got me pretty excited.
Yeah,
we started the show in the wine and in the FUD.
Ending off on a good note.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Meta says policymakers may set rules for Web3 tech, yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. But yeah, no. It's all pretty cool, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's all, like there is a lot of FUD at the moment. We're still heavily in a bear market, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, I mean, as we keep saying, this is not the time where you panic and lose your mind and sell. Again, not financial advice, blah, blah, blah. So, I don't know. I think it's setting up for some good shit ahead.
I hear you. Well, talking about good shit, I have a Whopper in my fridge from last night, and I can't wait to get to it. So
please put some more context like that, because that just sounds like you took a big shit and it's a Whopper and you put it in your fridge.
I ordered Burger King last night and I put the Whopper into the fridge because I like the way it tastes the next day.
Yes.
And I treat myself to it. I try to get it for after the show. I treat myself to it after the show. So
yes, we don't have Burger King here. We have the exact same thing, but it's called Hungry Jack's.
Oh.
But it's exactly the same, yeah.
They have a restaurant called Hesburger in Finland. I missed that. I got so addicted to it when I went there because my husband is Finnish, for the viewers out there, and we go back and forth to Finland and see the family. And the first thing I do when I'm there is I go and they have a really awesome fried fish burger, and then they have a veggie burger. It's really good. It's really good.
Best hamburger I ever had was in Japan, which sounds weird, but I was in Japan in our town, which sounds even weirder if you know where I lived in Japan. It's out in the rice fields, out in buttfuck nowhere. Is a place called Goonies, and it was an American themed place that was set up by a young Japanese kid. I don't know if he lived in America for a while, or he'd definitely been over there and he got inspired, yada, yada. And he was a mad fan of the Goonies movie. So he came back and set it up. And all of us expat community, we used to go there all the time. It was just kick-ass burgers. But unfortunately, it was one of those situations where at the start, it was just awesome. It was really cheap, just awesome food. But it was mostly being supported on the weekends by the expat community, not really by the local Japanese people. So, of course, they started to lose money. And when a restaurant business starts to lose money, they start cutting corners on the food. And then it just went downhill and kind of fizzled and died, which was a real shame.
That's a shame. Yeah. That sounds like fun, though, the Goonies restaurant.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, it was really cool. So, all right. I think we're done for this week. How many more shows have we got for this year? What do we got? I had a look at the calendar before. Next week. Is it next week? Yeah, next week's show, we're going to record a day earlier because I've got a thing on my Saturday. No, we still got, what do we got? 1, 2, 3. We'll record, it'll be Christmas Eve. Jesus, just the pennies dropped about her Whopper comment. Yes. So actually, we'll be recording Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve on my time. So, so we've still got 1, 2, 3, 4 shows left for the year because I don't know. I'm not having any holidays this year. Are you going away or doing anything? No. No, we're saving up to go back to Japan in probably March, so we're not doing anything either. So the show will keep rolling on. You'll be able to sit down with Grandma and Grandpa and watch the Whine and Cheese show on Christmas Day. It'll go live. So there you go.
And my in-laws are coming in from Finland to visit us. over here for like a month, which is really awesome.
Cool.
I think the same time, like around March.
Okay.
Now
well,
I
that'll
have the
work out well.
hiccups. I'm like,
Nice.
Zuck. But I didn't pound my food. I'm gonna pound my food after this though.
Go and pound your whopper.
My whopper.
All right. On that note, get a set of you.
All right, hold on, because I'm at a president. They fresh cheese bags.
Go ahead, get your pinky up. Talk wine and cheese, motherfucker. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Talk wine and cheese, motherfucker. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Eagle Empire, samurai, riding on the dingo, flying through the sky. Cheese in the house, get fucked and right. Hit you with the hairbrush, hit you with the knife. Eagle Empire, samurai, riding on the dingo, flying through the sky. Hit you with the knife, flying through the sky. Eagle Empire, samurai, riding on the dingo, flying through the sky. Cheese in the house, get fucked and right. Hit you with the hairbrush, hit you with the knife. Eagle Empire, samurai, riding on the dingo, flying through the sky. Hit you with the knife, flying through the sky. Time for wine and cheese. Wine and cheese. 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 Time for wine and cheese.
Are you looking for some of that quality outdoor decor? But you got no freaking idea where to go? Oh, come on over to Samurai Aquatics and Decor for all your outdoor decor needs. Got yourself an empty plot of boring virtual real estate in the Metaverse, do you? Yeah, just delete that. I'm still not ready, sorry. Got yourself an empty plot of boring virtual real estate in the Metaverse, do you? Or maybe some kind of crappy ramshackle building that, I don't know, needs a bit of extra spunk to it or something. And stop mucking about and get yourself over to Samurai Aquatics Discord to see all our available stock. We've got loads of different decor to spend your pretend money on. We got saunas to fire you up and ice baths to chew you the fudge out. Literally stock coming out of our ears. Grills, swings, seating and more. So much more. And if we don't got it, give us a buzz and we could probably make it. Get yourself on over to Samurai Aquatics at 30 Aqua Vista Way in Midtown Terrace, San Francisco, lickety split, and gorge yourself on outdoor decor.